lo and behold, I got a photo from a reader shortly thereafter showing inside a store an Amish buggy solar panel. So what if I told you that the Amish were actually some of the early adopters of solar power? In fact, way back in 2007, in an article in Wired magazine, they were described as the ultimate early adopters of solar energy. This was looking at the Holmes County, Ohio community where solar power had been adopted in some segments of the community. That's a very diverse community, so you've got very conservative Amish, very progressive Amish. Solar power can be appealing for the Amish. In some ways, it's using power direct from nature, power direct from the sun. I believe it was Donald Crable called this tapping into God's grid. One Amishman who was a first adopter in his community in New York was doing so in part at least because of high diesel prices. Right, so Amish use diesel generators to charge batteries. Amish use batteries for different uses. So, for example, a car battery will power the lights on a horse and buggy. A cash register in a business. A solar power can power an electric fence, for example. Some Amish even charge their phones using power generated by a diesel generator, or in this case, solar power. So I've been seeing solar panels in Amish communities for many years, so it's really nothing new for the Amish. Do all Amish use solar power? Now, of course, the answer there is no. Amish have different approaches to technology, and some are going to be open to the idea, and some of them are going to see this as too modern, too newfangled, too far in a progressive direction, so they're going to reject solar power and not use it, like other technologies along similar lines. So the Amish don't think technology is evil, by the way. I did a video on that. So places like Holmes County, Ohio, Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, northern Indiana, these communities are places where you'll see solar panels on Amish roofs. In some communities, you'll even see wind power. I remember going to the Allen County, Indiana community, which in some ways is quite conservative. They use outhouses there, but in other ways, it's kind of a weird mix. They have solar panels there. They have wind power. My name is Eric Wessner, and I'm not Amish, as you probably guessed. I've actually visited over 5,000 Amish homes in a book-selling job. I write a blog at AmishAmerica.com. So solar panels are kind of funny. They do look a little bit out of place to me on Amish homes and barns. Personally, I don't like solar panels. I think they're ugly. I know that they're a nice source of power for some folks, but that's just my opinion. One of our contributors, Don Burke, who takes excellent photos of the Amish, visited the community at Jamesport, Missouri, which is a rather progressive Amish community, and they use solar panels there. And he took some photos showing how that system was used to charge batteries. The energy from those batteries is then converted by something called an inverter, which converts the voltage into normal kind of household currents that can be used to power different appliances. In this home, it's not like they're using this to run a television or anything like that, but it may be that they have a mixer in the kitchen or something along those lines. In this example, this rather progressive Amish home, Don found that they even had a small electric fan in the bedroom. Not too common to have fans in Amish homes, at least not electric powered ones, but you will see some examples of that. In addition, there was a modern sewing machine, which was actually powered by a 12-volt car battery. I actually once did an article on the site about Amish solar power, and I joked, well, maybe one day we're going to see Amish buggies with solar panels on the roof. And, lo and behold, I got a photo from a reader shortly thereafter showing inside a store an Amish buggy solar panel. That would be something mounted on the buggy roof that the Amish use to power the car battery that's used to run the lighting system on those buggies. That was it from an Amish shop in Indiana. Now, this reader that sent this in to me wrote that when he lived in Arthur, Illinois, he asked one of his neighbors if he thought that they could market a solar panel that would go on top of a buggy to recharge the battery. So he kind of had the same idea. And the Amishman in Illinois told him that he didn't think it would be allowed in that community. So when the reader moved to northern Indiana, he was quite surprised they were already using that there. So that shows you that's a bit more progressive community. Kind of illustrating the differences in how technology is adopted in different communities. So the Amish are users of solar power. You're not going to find this in like the plainer communities like the Swartzentruber Amish, which is the name of a very plain group. but you will find it in, with some of the more progressive types in the larger communities in particular. So if that kind of surprises you to hear that Amish use solar power, you might like this video I did on 5 surprising things you'll find in Amish homes. 1 or 2 of those has to do with electricity. So you can check that out here. I think you'll enjoy it. I'm putting out 2 videos per week. If you want to make sure you get informed of more videos, just click the subscribe button and that should keep you in the loop. Thanks for watching. See you next time.